Everyone on the radio here sounds like.
That's us good to go, guys.
Perfect,
Right,
man.
so shall I just start off, Gregor, with doing the chat?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. On you go. You can.
Let us see if you can just give us a wee clap. Just noise.
Right. You doing this?
Yeah,
On
two
you go.
right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
you
okay.
do chat. You do chat GPT out your out your nut.
Welcome to the Drop the Lineup.
do it. Sounds good.
Welcome to Drop the Lineup, the podcast that explores the vibrant and ever-glowing world of music. Join us as we delve into the latest tracks, hottest artists, and the sounds that are shaping the future of the industry. It's like things like smashing about. Each week, we'll bring you exclusive interviews with musicians, producers, and industry leaders, as well as our own insights and analysis of latest trends, breakthroughs in the world of music. So grab your headphones, sit back, get ready to drop the lineup with us.
How long did that take you? Right.
It didn't.
Oh,
That's the
tell us
thing.
more.
It did. Oh, wow. So, if for those who don't know, there's a current, I'd say, trend. The latest
Not a
trends on the
trend,
job.
it's the future. It's happening now.
Yeah, right here, right now. I'm angry.
We're doing this.
Right.
Right,
I think
what
we need
is
to
it?
just cut. We've had like a cup of coffee, and it's just gone to ours. No, it's the AI thing. What's it called?
Chat GPT.
Chat GBT, which we were just
Can do everything on it.
we were having a laugh of it in the car, which we'll get onto in a bit.
Yeah.
But welcome back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back, better than ever.
And we don't feel as nervous.
No, we're just we've both been at work today.
Yeah.
We're here. Relaxed.
Good job.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's good.
Yeah.
Found the toilet today after 2 days at the office.
And have you had any nice drinks at the office? Any coffees?
No, not yet. No coffee.
Why is that?
I can't find the kitchen because no one showed me. But I'll find it tomorrow because I've got my own mug packed in my bag.
Will Gregor find the kitchen and the
Yeah.
toilet? Oh no, you found the toilet
I
today.
can't even update you next week because we're batch recording. So,
What? No, don't know. Oh my God. Right. Anyway, so welcome back. We had some, great reviews and reaction to the
Yeah.
first. It was taking the nation by storm. It literally was.
Especially Bristol, by the way. 9 downloads in Bristol.
There you go. Bristolians, gas heads, and
More than
what they
Wishaw.
called? What's the Bristol?
So I
city?
think a bunch of my pals have been lying because they all said, "Oh, I listened to it in Spotify, one Wishaw download." And I think
Yeah, but is that downloads or is it listed? Like,
no,
does it track?
I don't really know the difference. It generally just says download. YouTube,
Maybe they've not.
YouTube.
Maybe they've not got enough Wi-Fi in Bristol, so they have to go to work to download it, and then they've not got Wi-Fi at home.
They might have did YouTube because that
Yeah,
got
no, YouTube did
300
well.
views.
Did it?
And then TikTok did all right. But I mean, only had a 3-minute watch time, average watch.
Well,
time.
listen, it was still taking the nation by storm. Did we have any international views? Did we have like a couple in America?
Yeah, but I don't know who they were.
Well,
Obviously, because it doesn't tell you that info.
well, there we are. But anyway, it's now February. It's February the 7th.
Indeed. We recorded
Indeed.
this. We recorded the last one, and it's been about exactly a month.
Was it?
Well, like a month and 3 days.
Wow.
But yeah,
There we are.
nothing's really changed. We're still
We're still here.
in Wishaw.
I've not left. I've not been home.
basically
Mum, I've not
not.
been home. Pretty much. I mean, I came up, I'm going tomorrow. but-
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's it.
And then I'm back up next week to record another version of the podcast. We're definitely not doing a batch recording in this. We've ruined that illusion. I love how we were like, well, let's not like ruin the illusion. We've got like spare. They were just completely out the window from the first minute. But let's have a look. What did you? Would you like to start off what you did? I guess.
So about 4 days after the podcast, I was in sunny Benidorm.
Oh, I forgot that was last month.
For a
That's
week.
been ages ago.
Yeah, for a week.
And the antics in Benidorm. What was?
I
What
went
was
with
going
my
on
mum.
there? Yeah.
And she just can't handle the bevy like big me. No one can.
I can.
It's hard when you're
I could drink you on the
big hard man. Not today because we're sober
Yeah.
for a change.
Water and coffee. The life for me.
It was
But,
good. It was sunny.
It was good. You were sending all the references through, and I've never watched Benidorm, so it was just like
You started yet?
no.
Oh.
Have I started? You didn't tell me to start.
You made a reference in Spoons about it, about the beef cartons.
Oh, that's the only scene that I've seen though.
Oh, right. That's not even that
Just
big a
because there was some like family that just looked over and just reminded me of that. She was just eating some food.
deal. In the Wishaw Mall.
I'd rather have the beef curtains.
Yeah. What happened after that? I came home, and then You saw the 75 as well.
Well, yeah. So, well, I guess that was the first sort of. Did we touch on tide lines on New Year last podcast?
No,
I don't think we did we?
It's not that interesting. We saw tide lines.
Yeah, well, that was new. Well, it was New Year. We were like, before New Year, we were like, this would be great if we saw them on New Year's Day. Came to New Year's Day. I was hanging. You were hanging.
Well, I mean, I started getting like hungover like during the gig because I was already drinking.
And it was freezing and it was an outdoor gig.
Then I got the bus home for £20.
Yeah, what was that all about?
It was like a New Year's Day thing. The guy didn't really want to charge me it, but he had to. 20 quid single.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's why we didn't talk about it. We just really didn't have a good time. And
well, no, we did. I enjoyed it, but it was just really cold. And then we
stay for the full.
No, we left. We left. I think it was like 20 minutes before it was supposed to end because I was just I'm just freezing now and I want to go home and just have a kip.
I usually don't leave, but I couldn't be bothered anymore.
No. But Elephant Sessions were good though before they came on. They were
good. They were
a pleasant surprise. And that was good. And then not much happened until 75. So let's talk about
the
you
75.
Can
talk about yours first because yours was like the biggest one of the whole tour.
So as someone who's not a massive 75 fan, I'm not someone who, has been following them for years. I've only sort of really liked them for like the past like couple. And then only this year, I mean, seeing them at Leeds this year was like, okay, no, I actually like love them. And how I used to think Matty Healy was a dickhead, but now I'm actually like, no, he's actually like, yeah, he's still a dickhead, but he's actually like, you know that scene in Always Sunny where like Frank's watching Mac's performance, and he's going like,
"Wait, no, why am I saying yeah? I've never seen it in my life. Sorry, I was just I've never watched that single episode of Always Sunny.
Best show on TV.
Beep 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 was telling me to watch it, but I'm so happy.
Right, okay. Well, she's right anyway. She's right. No, there's a scene in it where like Danny DeVito's character is like looking at something and he just goes like this. He's like looking in the camera and he's like, "I get it," like that. And that was like he's like had an epiphany, and that was like me. That was me at Leeds, basically.
So you go to the O2.
So I go. I'm just saying, mate. We've only been doing this for like 5 minutes. So I go to the O2, had some dinner. No, sober night again. New year, new me.
You were driving.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
yeah. And also, I was just gonna be asked to drink that night. Go in. No one's expecting much. Everyone knows sort of the set list. There's been a couple of surprises with songs and that. Suddenly, Matty Healy's done his thing about eating raw meat on stage and doing push-ups in front of Andrew Tate and what have you in front of the telly.
There was a knock at the door.
Then there was a knock at the door and I'm like, right, it's a bit weird. Like, this is a bit of, no one's expecting this.
Yeah.
I'm sort of on the right of the stage, quite near to the front. Special guest, Taylor Swift. And it's like, what? Like, I've never heard an arena.
Yeah.
Like, I think I had like the worst tinnitus. I'm still recovering from it, I think, the tinnitus, from the amount of screams in that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there like, I didn't think it was real.
It didn't sound very loud.
It was the loudest thing I think I've ever heard in my life. Honest to God, it was ridiculous. Like, I think how I didn't burst an eardrum, I swear down, it was nuts. And then like you've got Dan who's next to us, so our mate Dan loves her. I mean, I'm not a fan of her at all. Like, not a huge fan anyway. I mean, I'll appreciate 22 and when that comes on in the club, but I'm not someone who will sit and listen to Evermore, on repeat for like 2 days straight. Which we've got your friend that does that. Yeah. And then everyone was just losing their... And then she came on, did her new song, or whatever.
Anti-Hero. Oh. First ever live performance.
It was.
Anti-Hero.
It was. Some girl in front was like, she's never played this before. And then I was like in tears and I'm just there like, man, this is nice.
Yeah.
Then
she played...
The City, which is like my favourite 75 song because it was on FIFA. No.
Weird how she covered the song of the band that she was special guesting for.
Yeah, but then Lewis Capaldi did it for...
He did Antichrist.
Which is mad. But it was just nuts, when she came out, it didn't feel like it was real. Yeah. I was like, that's not her.
I think that's like the whole illusion of that tour, though.
And I was like, what is going on? And then, no idea.
I think that's what that whole tour's meant to be, though. It's like the house and...
Yeah, no, the stage setup was phenomenal.
Then the first half's like not actually a gig, it's like a performance. Yeah, like a performance.
Yeah.
Because they're not like doing all that stuff at your show, but he's like stop, and all the band would stop. And he would just like walk about himself.
It's mad. And then and then it'd be the greatest hits. Even though they don't play People, and I wouldn't like them to play People, but it's what it is.
It's the only downfall. You got Taylor Swift though.
Got Taylor Swift, yeah, and I bought the ticket off Ellie for like 50 quid. Thanks, Ellie. And then as soon as Taylor Swift came on, like I got a message through like, I am now charging you 150 quid for that ticket. And I was like, what is going on here? What? I didn't know this.
I guess she just found out that Short had charged someone else that.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Then I saw them in Glasgow, which was a big messy one.
Yeah, there was like, I mean, I was jealous I wasn't out that night because literally everyone was out.
It was terrible. I was ill. I had to cancel going to Manchester the next day because I couldn't stop spewing. There's like a famous video that it is now. It's like famous now.
Well, we'll clip that here if we can do it on TikTok.
I'm looking like that. Like my eyes are like everywhere. Like I held it in so I could grab my phone because I was like, this is gonna go places. And it did. It's like I've been a million different videos made from that one.
I think Mike Kasabian remix was the best one.
That was hilarious.
Clubfoot.
So funny.
Say I want you. Yeah, but then that was 75. So you were meant to go and see him in Manchester, but you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't have a ticket anyway. I did have a train ticket booked and a hostel booked, but I think for the sake of the 50 quid I lost, I wasn't caring.
I think I see what else I did.
I got a refund on the train. Did I tell you that?
No,
because the train was late, so they didn't know I wasn't on it. So I just said they're sending it via check.
That was just for legal purposes. That was a joke. He actually did go to Manchester.
No, it doesn't matter if you're not. I'm a legally paying customer.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just offer refunds in the future.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm
just trying to cover ourselves from all angles. I do not want National Rail suing the podcast.
You can't buy returns anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, what is that about?
I don't know. I don't know what they're like. You can't buy a return, but they're saying that they're going to make the singles cheaper. But they've just introduced they're going to fluctuate the price like hotels do if it's demand. So if like there's a busy train like to the football, they're going to be able to charge like double if they want. Whereas like if there was no football the day before, they would just charge half.
Nationalise the rail.
From what I read,
that's what. We're not here to talk about the rail. We're here to talk about music.
Nothing really else happened.
I saw the Dropkicks.
Yeah.
A gig that was 2 years in the making, pretty much. It was at Biffy Clyro in 2021 in December, expecting to see him in January 22.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was at Biffy and I got an email through saying, this has been postponed for another year. So,
you managed to see them between that though?
Yeah, slam dunk. So, yeah, not all was lost. And, it was good. They didn't have Al, who's like one of the lead singers there. And they had Pennywise supporting them. I'd never seen Pennywise before. Punk. They're just like these punk rockers from where are they from? California. They came on, did like a couple of songs.
They played a few covers.
They just played a few. They were like, we want to see a Californian circle pit, and it was just like going mental. And then it was like, oh, it's actually pretty good. And then they played Territorial Pissings by Nirvana. Then they played Stand By Me, a cover of Stand By Me, like a pop punk version.
Was it slow or fast?
No, it was a fast one. It was like, Stand By. And then what was they played another one and I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it was just like a cover band. It's like a dad cover band. It was great. Yeah. And then Dropkicks came on. That was really good. Right down the front. That would have been
quite easy. There was probably no one there.
Yeah. To be fair, they'd cover it up. Where am I from?
All the time.
Yeah, covered up the bit. Didn't you say that the Hydro moved the stage forward at there?
Oh, they can. Like that's the benefit of it. Because there's no stage built into the Hydro. So if someone's like not sold enough, they can bring it forward and make it look more sold out, which is it's quite cool.
Yeah. But you'd always know, like,
you can tell though, because why is the stage beside the toilets? And then I don't really know what else happened apart from last week, which is fun.
Let me just go through.
Not even last week, it was just the weekend right there.
Yeah, this is apart from that, I didn't do anything for like 2 weeks.
I went out one night, and there's nothing special. I just went out to the cat house, obviously, because
he's a regular.
Saying I'm boycotting it and then go every week. That was it. That was nothing special.
So let's talk about what happened at the weekend.
It was a big weekend.
It was a big weekend. Friday, got all my work done.
Yeah.
And then got a bus to Perth.
Yeah, we got a bus to Perth. And we got picked up by Patreon.
Oh, yeah. What a great link. We have now got our first ever Patreon, depending on how you pronounce it, subscriber.
Mr. Sam Flood has subscribed to the Els Bells tier.
The Els Bells tier.
So he'll be hearing this. Oh, I mean, it'll only be him hearing this early because he's the only subscriber. But
Sam, this is a personal message to you. Thank you for driving us to Inverness. I love you, man.
We're not going to put this in the full. No, we are.
No, we are.
I'm not editing it.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah,
Thanks,
so
Sam.
yeah, thank you, Sam.
And hopefully more folk.
Hopefully more. Would you like to get us some a shout out on the Drop the Line Up podcast?
You have no idea how much
to-
the trains cost for my new job, by the way, guys.
You will be paying for Greg. Well, I won't be getting the money. It's your account that's linked to it. So would you like to pay for Gregor's travel? Go for it. You can get a shout out on this very
Or a meal
podcast.
deal. The Els Bells one would actually the
We need
the £5 one when you convert it to pounds and take away the charge would actually buy me a meal deal every day.
Amazing.
So if I can get 30 a month, that's 30 chicken bacon meal deals.
Nice.
And I'll
Nice.
change up the crisps every day.
So went to Perth.
Yeah,
Got a bus there.
yeah. So
We'll go. Sorry, Sam. Still out.
we
went
drove to Perth up the most dangerous.
No. Yeah, so we got the bus to Perth, and then
Drove the most dangerous.
Sam just
road.
goes. You were just like, oh yeah, it's the most dangerous road in Scotland. This, and I was just like,
someone died last week.
yeah, just like right, okay, great. And then he
Because,
goes,
oh wait, did you not notice on the way it would go from dual to single, but
Yeah.
there wouldn't be a sign telling you.
so it's the A9.
Yeah, the A9.
If you want to research it, I was on the Wikipedia looking at all like the statistics and stuff. They have made it safer with certain lay-bys
Yeah,
and
and
things
it's
like that.
so. I mean, you're going through right through the Cairngorms, like mountain range. You start popping and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it was gorgeous. The drive up and the
Yeah.
drive down, absolutely stunning. And then
Got
it's
to
just
Inverness.
got to Inverness.
Trying to check into a hostel.
Right, do you want to say this?
Yeah, we went to go and check in
Yeah.
this like hostel, but we'd booked it obviously only for 4 because you weren't meant to be coming. And then like the guy thought we were having a gaff because we had like friends hiding around the corner with beer. So he was like, oh, and then just like stood and watched them for ages.
Yeah.
We did get in the end.
Yeah, we were fine. And then we went and visited probably the most famous Scottish landmark there is.
Yeah, the bonk
The bonk machine. The bonk machine.
Yeah, bud. It's not a bonk machine, it's a fence.
What? And then some guy was like walking across the bridge,
was
you said, and he was
laughing,
pissing
he was so
himself.
buckled.
Yeah. Went to the Spoons there, nothing special.
But we couldn't. Back to the bonk machine. We couldn't work out why the guy was trying that because there wasn't a cash machine in the near vicinity.
He was just too Els Bells fucked.
Yeah, but like there's got to be a reason that he thought. I think it's fake.
Big controversy already on the podcast.
Well, I mean, no.
That is a bold statement
Yeah,
there.
but lots of things are fake.
Yeah.
So why would that not be? That's my.
Good point, well argued. Right, carry on. So we went, that's the bonk machine. I still think it's real.
Went to a couple of pubs in Inverness and then we've even got the.
We were a bit annoyed because we could have stayed because the Spoons in Inverness has the hotel above it.
Yeah.
And we could have done that.
It was only would have been probably the same price.
Yeah.
With breakfast.
Listen, we got there in the end and we saw two iconic
It's
Scottish
the
bands.
world's best.
The best bands in the world.
Yeah.
And of course, we're not talking about Coldplay. We're not talking about. I instantly went to Coldplay.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Foo Fighters. I'm not talking about any of that.
We're probably talking about the ratings. Oh, we can't say that.
They've got number one now. They are the best band in the world.
We might interview them one day and they were like, what if they say, oh, we're talking about avid listeners? Why
Yeah,
are you making
I love-
fun of us?
I love the ratings.
Or avid listeners, fella. Why are you making fun of us?
Hey up me duck. Hey up me duck. Right.
I'm 36.
36 singing about fucking fake IDs or whatever. And then so anyway, the bands that we saw were not the ratings. It was the La Fontaines. And
supporting Twin Atlantic.
And I'd never seen Twin before. This was your 28th time.
5th.
5th?
25th time.
So, 25th.
I think it was like my 9th time seeing Fonts as well, but they never really play anymore, so it's quite hard to see them.
And it was unreal. And it was just it was a bit sad though, because obviously like
The venue was closing
That's
down.
the whole point of the gig.
It was it was an amazing gig. It was one of the best I'd say every time though. It's one of the best I've been to, but it actually was.
Yeah.
Because it was in the Ironworks that's closing down, and they're building a Hilton. So I was reading about it today.
Was that what they're doing?
Yeah, they're just knocking it down and building a Hilton. So I was listening to the Fonts podcast and they were talking about it.
Lovely.
Fellow podcast, friends.
friends.
It was good.
It was great. And like I'd never seen either band before and was pretty blown away by Twin, to be honest.
Yeah, it was one of the best I've seen them. They're such a good
Also,
live band.
do you know what? Let's call them out. The security there. The security.
Yep,
We're doing this. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. The security, bearing in mind this place is closing down.
There's never going to be. There was one
There
more
was
gig.
one
the day
more
before.
gig.
There's never going to be any more.
Bearing in mind that the gig after was Elephant Sessions, who we saw.
Yeah, and there's also no other venue.
No.
It's not like closing down the garage because
Yeah.
you can go anywhere else in Glasgow. It's like the only venue.
Only venue. And we were there, and I thought, Gregor's having a good time. We're both a bit pissed. I'll get you on my shoulders. Any other gigs?
I saw a flashlight in the corner and I thought it was Ian filming me, so I started singing it. And this wee woman's like, get down, get down. And a stupid Highland accent.
Get down, get
Like,
down.
we did it again up the front. And like the girl,
Well, yeah, because there was that girl who was. So then we would like push through, and bearing in mind that I'm calling you out as well because you were always like, why are English people like so annoying when they're like trying to ask through to get through the crowd? I went to the toilet once. It was trying to like almost like trying to get out of a war zone. People were like pushing me and that. I'm like, I'm just trying to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
And then we were just like in the end we had a few more pints and we were like, fuck it, let's just go up the front. And again, people were pushing us when we were going out the front, and I'm like, great. And then
once we were up, it was fine.
Yeah, once I was fine, and then. So then there was this one girl who was on shoulders for like 2 songs.
And then she was constantly getting told to get down.
Yeah.
And the guy came in the crowd. So I was like, oh, well, an act of defiance.
Yeah.
I'll jump back on dance.
Yeah.
And that went all well for about 3 seconds. I fell right back.
Yeah, like just before I get no sleep.
Right before the drop, I was like, boom, on the floor. Don't know how I didn't break my glasses, but I wasn't wearing them. That's why.
Yeah.
They're in my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, good gig in Inverness.
Unbelievable. And then
Really good night out after.
yeah, like the we were like, oh, where should we go? Where should we go? And we asked someone who was standing next to us, didn't we? They was like, go here, and it was just this.
We wanted to go to Hootenannies, and she said, "Nah, go to." Was it Jumping Joe's?
Yeah, it's like on the riverfront almost.
Yeah, and it was like it was just a live music. It was amazing.
It was all these men that were like 40 and bald.
Live
One of them
music.
looked like Rick Stein.
Live music bars are so good.
And it was just like a cover band, and we were just all pissed, like loving it.
Jumped in, and there was remember the nightclub built at the side.
Yeah.
It was. It was
only about 5 people
Then
there.
You went to get food. Me, Sam, and Ian went karaoke bar, which they wouldn't let us sing any karaoke because they were closing soon. So we just listened to other folk singing Westlife.
Right.
And we went across the road.
Who knows? And then I came back out after I had some
Hootenannies,
food.
and then a couple of the bands were there, and I don't really remember leaving it.
Yeah.
I think I was like going to jump in the river at one point.
What?
When we were walking back, I kept wanting to jump in the river.
Yeah, because it looked really nice. Like it was like really like calm, but also like
Mental.
You just wanted to go for a swim when you've had 15 pints in you. But yeah,
I moved on to Guinness at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, what
Who does
you
that?
no? Because what you did usually you
All
could
the
start
time.
with like
I
you'd
have
start
pints
off with
and
the
I'll have a few
Guinness,
spirits and
then
shots. But I started with pints,
And then you went on to
continued
Guinness.
the pints, and then continued on Guinness. Woke up bloated,
yeah. But
and then something happened in the room that we can't talk about.
if you want to know what happened in the room,
Subscribe to the Patreon.
subscribe to the Patreon, to the top tier,
Then we
and you'll
drove
find
home.
out.
We drove home. We just can't wait for this. We drove home.
Well, we didn't drive home. Sam
no,
drove
Sam
home.
drove
Thank you
us
again,
home.
Sam.
Thanks for
Patreon
Patreon.
subscriber.
Sam drove us home.
Yeah.
Back to Perth. I had no money at this point. I woke up with like 60 pence.
Spent it all on Guinness.
I had a £5 in change. I went up to McDonald's. I was like, "Oh, can I get a medium wrap meal?" 'Cause it said $4.99. I was like, "Oh, I can afford that with my £5.7, please." I was like, Curtis.
Didn't account for tax and VAT.
Nah, it was Curtis was like, "Oh, don't mean to get it." I was like, "Well, you're gonna have to."
Bless him.
I was like, "I can send you the 7 pence and give you the £5."
That was also funny. Like Curtis came from like Liverpool, which is lovely. And it's like people asked him, like, "Where are you from?" And then they were like, "Oh, what was it called? Nairn down the road. What was it called? Nairn."
Nairn's right
And they're like, "Where are you from?" Like, "Oh, Essex." And they're like, "What are you doing up here? Like, this is way too far for you."
Big night out
But
on
it's
Saturday.
sad though because like we were saying this on the way back. Like I really loved it as a city.
Yeah, but there's
and so
no
did
reason
you.
to go back.
Exactly.
Because there's no
gigs. Unless we wanted to just go for a walk.
That pub we were in, Tooth and Claw, has a gig. It's 100 caps, so no one's going to play it. There's also like there's no barrier, and I don't think there's any like good sound system.
That's sad though, because I would literally go back
Yeah.
there to see like if like the Snuts played there or something.
I mean, there is actually no reason. So folk play at the football stadium sometimes. Elton John's playing up there.
Is he?
Yeah, at the Cali Thistle Stadium.
No, what this year?
Lara's going in the June.
No, really?
Yeah, it's 3 days after download though.
Oh well, if you will.
I'm not going to see it.
I'm still standing in the Highlands. Oh, I don't know.
Not the ironworks up my way.
That was just weird. Like the security being like, "Get down," when he was like, "There's no other gigs going on," and they're just like,
Yeah.
Anyway, what have you got planned for this month? Have you got anything?
I saw the
planned?
stats on the Sunday, but that was for the Brits Week thing. But I was dead, and I started my job the next day, so I wasn't drinking.
I was trying to look for a ticket for that. Couldn't find one.
I was going to try and get you on because Connor Fife got announced to support, and I know him,
Yeah,
but he didn't have any guest list because his mum couldn't even get in.
that's a shame.
Yeah, like he had no guest list because it was run by the Brits and Warchild. They were
That's a
like being
shame.
really strict. And they were really like giving the guest list to like it's like PRs and
Yeah.
industry.
Well, this week I fly home tomorrow and then Thursday drive over to Southend.
Oh, yeah.
Big day for the Essex music scene, which is not a big music scene at all.
Yeah, it is Sam Smith.
No, he's Hertfordshire.
Oh, Charlie XX.
Hertfordshire.
Who's?
Bilk. That's it.
No, there's more than that. surely.
Who else is like some 80s band from? Oh, well, the Prodigy.
Joe McKelvey? No, he's from Newcastle.
That's Essex completely. Yeah, so seeing them, I think that's when their album gets, because it's the day of their album launch. They're playing. Southend or something. So I'm driving down.
Is
to
it at the beach? Oh, it's called On Sea, obviously.
No, it's in the middle. It's in the Midlands, actually, right next to Birmingham. And donkey.
Is there a pier?
Yeah, I've not been to Southend, I don't think, in a while. But
I love a pier. I really like piers.
I like piers.
Yeah, they're really good, aren't they?
Yeah. Go like the Eastbourne was. If you ever go to Eastbourne, Eastbourne pier is really good.
What's East Spawn? What's that? What's East Spawn pier? What is it?
Eastbourne?
Bourne?
Eastbourne, not Eastbourne.
Oh, right. Too much Call of Duty.
Yeah, that is. Your mate got their ass kicked. You spawn in Eastbourne. Eastbourne. Yeah, Brighton's good. And then on Saturday, seeing Bilk again.
Oh yeah,
in the acoustic set. And then Super Bowl Sunday, but that's the wrong podcast for that. Go and listen to NFL podcast because I could grab it on.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know.
Well, Rihanna. Well, we could because Rihanna is.
Well, yeah, the big comeback.
Yeah. So
I don't like Rihanna.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet there's like you can bet on it. I'm doing like a load of Super Bowl bets, and one of the bets you can put on
song
is like the opening and the closing song.
On TikTok.
Yeah, people think it's like Diamonds or something, which I think would be shit if she comes on with that.
I don't know.
Right, like a diamond.
we know this song.
Yeah, and then I might see like and then I'm seeing Bilk again in London.
Jesus,
yeah, I'm seeing Bilk 3 times.
I just got a ticket for the Glasgow one.
Yeah, £9.
Hannah got me it.
Yeah,
and said buy me a drink. So that's fine because the drinks in King Tut's are only a £5, so that's £4 saved.
There you go. And then I think I'm seeing Mum Jeans and So pretty good. And then Pendulum for that first week in March, but that's March anyway. But yeah,
should be good to that. But I don't know. Well, I mean, I've got a ticket to work it out with this job.
Yeah,
which I don't know if I'm permanent or not. Hopefully I am. See what happens.
Is that? I think that might be a sort of time for this one to just sort of wrap up, I guess.
Yeah, I'm thinking if like there's any new music came out.
The ratings, that's it. That one.
There's more. I've been listening to new music. I think
I haven't. I've been pretty bad this month. Oh, the new Tideline single is really
what
good.
I've recently liked. My last liked song was Up by the La Fontaines. I don't know why I've not liked that before. That's not new.
I hate it when you accidentally like something or unlike it and you have to like it back and then it goes right to your top.
I never really liked songs anyway.
Yeah.
What's my on repeat? King.
Yeah. I think
the Vistas EP is really good.
Oh yeah,
that came out like a week and a half ago.
Yeah,
it's very different, but in a good way.
Decent. Well, look, we'll wrap it up for this week. Yeah. If you wanted to I guess subscribe to the Patreon and get a shout out on. Not next week, not the week after, but the week after's episode.
But every 2 weeks, so in 6 weeks' time, you might get a
shout out. But,
depends how much you subscribe.
Yeah.
No, wait, I think the minimum. The minimum's £1 for a shout out. I think that's a good deal.
That's a great deal.
If I asked you for £1 in the street, you would give me it.
Yeah. There's on the side there.
I don't get cash. I wouldn't give you it, but someone would.
It's £3 on the side there.
If you value.
Good, honest music reviews, then subscribe
it's not
to the podcast.
£5 like under minimum wage, so it's like half an hour to get half an hour to get time.
This guy thinks he's Thomas Skinner trying to sell you a Patreon subscription.
Boss. I'm a big jacket here as well.
Yeah, you have. Get the flat cap on. Lancashire Hot Pots. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Right. Anyway,
it's an expensive game.
There we go. Right, we'll wrap this up.
Thanks very much for listening, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
That was really energetic compared to like the last one.
I need to go to the toilet, then we can do the next one.
Yeah.